And welcome everybody, by the way, anyway. All right, live in 05, baby. Y'all remember that? Live in 05. Man, that's funny. I won't quit in 06. Oh, Lord. All right, give me a second, y'all. So y'all do that. I'm giving y'all 5 minutes to think through this because I'm about to unlock something for everybody on this call. It's going to really, really bless you because most of the time we do the whole thing backwards. We don't do it right. We always work with the brain first, but not the problem. And once I learned this, this is the secret to how you really, really like can unlock success for what you're trying to do. All right, here we go. Give me a second. And I'm gonna come back to y'all in less than 60 seconds. Give me a second. Do your homework. And then I want to hear from everybody too, what you got. And then I might help make some tweaks to what you have. Okay. Make sure I got what I need. I'm about to let some more people in real quick. Cool. All right. Let me know when you're done. Put done in the group chat if you are done, when you are done. All right. Just put done so I know I can call on you to come up and maybe share. Who needs the questions again? I may unshared it too fast. All right. Everybody good. Kofi, where you at with it?
I'm pretty much in my. This is pretty much in my head already. This stuff is just. I do this like all the time. This is just like you just go off the top of my head over here.
You got to write it down though. That's the secret.
Yeah. I'm writing it down, but my mind is faster than my fears.
I know. That's why I have to get you to write it down.
Yeah,
One of the tricks is in order to scale. This is one because I'm a natural visionary. I can see all day. But I tell you all the time, I think I told you this, Kofi. We live in a 2D and 3D world. Does that make sense,
yeah,
Kofi? Bios live in a second
yeah. I hear
dimensional
you.
and a third dimensional world. But you might see from 4D, fourth dimension to sixth dimension. Does that make sense? That means you can
Yeah,
see stuff in your head, you can expand it as big as you want, but it's not in the actual limited world that you actually live in because this world is limited, right? It feels like it. You can feel like, man, I have all these ideas and things I want to do. But yeah, I'm gonna share my screen one more time. Hold on. Let me share my screen. I want y'all to get this because this going and Daquan, I think you probably got some of this work. But let me share my screen one more time. What's up, Carl? Is that Carl? Carl on here? All right, let me share my screen one more time. All right, cool. Can y'all see my screen for those who didn't catch it? Go ahead and write this out. This is the homework. Hey, Carol, how you doing? Hey, hey. That's, I can hear you. I read lips now.
I'm good. I'm good.
Good, good. Okay. So that's the homework. Well, we doing a exercise right now. So name of the person that you will love to work with, whether it's fictional or non-fictional, right? And again, this is an actual chronological program. It's 6 weeks. It's super in depth. Kofi, how has it been for you so far?
I
You
mean it's
want
very insightful. Yeah, my mind is broken down, but it's building back up every second. So my mind is just
it's breaking off chains, ain't it? It's breaking them chains.
yeah,
Yeah, this is
yeah,
a powerful
breaking off and then
program.
rebuilding.
Now, I
It's like
got
a
this.
gym workout.
Yeah, I built this program out of a place of meditation. So this thing came out of an actual struggle that I was dealing with in my business because a good business owner would build it for themselves first and then give it to others. And once I
Yeah,
figured out what I needed, I've realized a whole lot of other people needed this.
yeah,
But with this one thing, this ain't new. This ain't that old, y'all. This is like what, a month and 2 months old, almost 2 months. And I've been doing business, high level business for like 6 years now. But at every level is something new, right? You know what I'm saying? When God takes you to
Yeah.
different levels of business, have to become a different person in order to sustain where God wants to take you, right? Or what he wants to break off of you. I got this whole program in meditation at 3:30 in the morning. God woke me up and I wrote this whole thing out. And then I built it. So what you in, Kofi, is comes out of a place, a real authentic place. It's not just something I like, ooh, what do people need?
Yeah.
Came out of my own.
Yeah.
So if y'all decide to do it, it's a 6 weeks, super in-depth group coaching. Y'all doing right now just the getting a taste of these Q&A calls. That changes every week. But if you want something where it's chronological, didactic, in depth, in your face, from week 1 to week 6, we're really diving deep in on one thing versus switching it up every week, because every week is based on what the questions y'all ask. But if you want to go deeper into something, this is the program you do. So name, role in life, core struggle, what they want most, and how your brain helps them. That's for Avatar 1, and you can do the same for Avatar 2. Put done in the group chat once you're done. Because this is super important that y'all do this. Because I see people a lot of the times, and I used to do it all the time, will build out the business and then hope they will come. Can I get an amen in the group chat if you've been like that? I've been like that probably before the 6 years. I was doing that most of the time. I would build a business and hope they'd come. Who put this something in the group chat? So I said, okay, Kofi put done. All right, cool. All right, Kofi, talk to me. What you got?
I the name I chose, I went with my grandma's name, with Evelyn. That's the
Evelyn.
that
All right.
yeah, yeah. So their role in life is that they're primary, probably a grandmother or somebody along them lines. Grandmother had get the grandkids or something on a regular basis, or just everyday life, or they want to get more tech savvy to the pretty much. They want to become more comfortable with the technology is what they want to. That's their core struggle, is working with technology, because the new kids work their grandkids are using technology and they're not using technology.
Mm,
So that's because you think about it like that. Because I mean, I mean, because you can't see nobody under 40, under 40, they can't walk without a phone in their hand.
okay.
They can't walk without a phone in their hand. And most people
Back.
of that age,
That
they put they
I'm sorry, but that is true, but funny but true.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
yeah,
That's true. Go ahead.
yeah, they can't put the phone down, and they want to reach out to people, but people don't have social skills because they're too busy in the phone, and that's about the only way they're
Okay.
gonna be able to reach out to people. And if they get more
Okay.
comfortable with using the technology, they'll be able to connect with the people at that age level.
Okay. So go to the next part. What's their core struggle? Did you kind of answer that? I kind of answer
Yeah, I
things
kind of
like time.
yeah,
All
yeah.
right.
It
So
goes
talk to me about what do they want most? Just answer that. So instead of clumping it all together, I want to separate your thoughts and one thing at
okay,
a time so I have to help you build on like building blocks.
okay,
Like answer one question at a time so we can actually scale that. Because if it's all clumped
okay,
together, which is all of us, because I the way your brain works is the neuron connections work together in unison and harmony, right? So we naturally can speak from one
yeah,
thing to the next. You have to train yourself to separate it, right? That took me years because I'm a high level creative and I'm a high level visionary, right? I'm highly spiritual. So everything to me is like in circles, it's all in synergy. I see everything at once, right? Anybody else like that? I don't think I'm the only one like that. I
yeah,
think some of y'all are
I'm
like
like
that
that.
too, right? I know you're
yeah.
like that. Huh? Somebody say something?
I said I was
Somebody
like
probably
that
say
too.
they like
So
that too.
yeah, that was
Yeah,
me.
me too. So I had to work really diligently on separating my thoughts and putting one thing down at a time. So you talk about their core in life. Tell me that core struggle and only answer that.
core struggle is using technology,
Talk a little bit, expound
using
on it
it,
a little bit.
using it. I mean, I would say using it and being able to operate with it with confidence, because you,
Okay,
yeah, because that's what they. If you're not comfortable with something, you won't use it. If it's unfamiliar to you,
okay,
they won't use it.
facts. Okay. All right. Now answer this next one. And I want you to expound on it because you also mentioned that their core struggle is disconnection. When we did a study on the baby boomers connected to technology, they also feel isolated and alone. So they want to get in technology. So why? They get closer to family. Is that correct, Kofi? You just mentioned something around
Yeah,
that. Yeah.
yeah. They want to connect. Yeah,
So that's
they
their
want to connect.
biggest, that's the deeper why. The deeper why is they don't give a two pennies about uh being on technology. They only want it because they want to be closer to family. Because you said something, Renata laughed, that every time they try to connect with their grandkids or and that grandkids are older, whether younger or older, they can't even connect to them because they're always on the phone. Did you say that?
Yeah.
All right. So that's another core struggle. So I'm gonna ask you this. I kind of answered it for you, but I want you to answer. What do they want most? What do your people want most?
They just want to be heard. They want to be. They want to communicate with people. They at home by themselves. They want to. Uh, they want live. They want real life interaction.
I love that. Okay. Remember, you just said those two things. That's really powerful. What you said. All right. And then the last part is, how does your brand help them?
How does my brand help them? By being patient and help them to a place of them being comfortable. Just being able to show them this is how you use this, and I want you to be able to do this. Well, if I walk out this door in 30 minutes to an hour, you can do this with confidence. That you can reach out to whoever you want to reach out, no matter what age limit they are at.
All right. I done canceled it out. Okay. So what are you actually helping them with, right? You're helping them to have things in confidence, but you're really giving them community just by you being there. Is that correct?
Right.
Just by you being there. Sorry, I had to go back. I got to scroll back down to it. I didn't close it out on accident, y'all. So this is mission alignment. Let's go week 2. Where we at? That's where we at right here. All right, cool. Yeah. All right, cool. So your brand helps them feel confident in what, what I'm saying, and using technology. And you're also giving them conversation. What's your mission statement based on the one we chose? What's your mission statement? Do you remember it? The one we created for you?
Um.
I want you to read that.
Let's see.
The one about they worry
Let's
about
see.
and they take care of the rest. What was that one?
Yeah. Let's see.
And once y'all done, put done in the group chat, so I'll call on you next. Renata, you up next.
Let's see.
Okay. Well, if you get it yet, let me know.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
they are grandma. Tell me when you find. You said they are grandma. They typically get the kids, or they want community. They
Yeah.
want their family together. But the core struggle
Yeah.
is they don't know how to live in a new technological age, and they feel separated from family because they are not keeping up with what's happening in life. And what they want
Yeah.
most is they want their family back. They want to feel confident and mobile again. They want to feel useful again, right? They probably feel
Right.
displaced. They probably feel this or that, right? But how your brain
Right.
helps them is to solve two problems, not just one. You make them confident in technology, but you're also bringing them back into their community, right? Or their family community.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? And that's what
Right.
drives the person to make a purchase, right? Even if they have a fixed income. Now, this is going to sound real bad, but it's very true. People do what they want to do with their money, young or old, right? Y'all agree, right? And if the
Right.
problem is bad enough, They will throw any amount of money to fix it. Let's go there. People with body dysmorphia. It is at an all-time high across the United States. They will spend 10,000, let's just say $6,000 on BBLs, right? To get their butt done. They'll spend, if they don't have, they'll spend 2,000 to get it done cheap and take the chance of dying. That's because the problem is so bad for them that they're willing to spend anything. Hear what I'm saying this to everybody on the call. When you package your problem, when you package the problem in such a way, right? You probably always asking why I'm not monetizing, why people not taking me up on my offer. It's because you didn't package the problem good enough. You didn't dig into the pain good enough. Now, I'm not telling you to manipulate. Hear what I'm saying? I love ethics in business. I'm a person of morals and values, right? Most of you, if not all of you, are the same. I'll just assume all of you are the same. But if you want to drive the business to scale and grow, right? What you have to do is present the problem in a way that digs deeper than just buying this product because it solved this problem, but you're connecting it to some a value, right? Community. For you, Kofi, that core struggle, yes, is usability of the technology that they have, but the driver behind it is they want to be back with family. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So I want you to find the core struggle. Think about core struggle. Yes, give the first layer of struggle that is your product. People come to me for branding all the time, for digital, for marketing. People come to my classes and all this stuff to get the technical. But if I really take it there or really understand why people want a brand that's successful, they want a brand that's successful, yes, to do business, but they want freedom in life. So guess what I'm selling? I'm not selling the Kairos the Kairos Impact 6 week blueprint. I'm selling freedom.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So the core struggle is that. All right, cool. And your brain helps to be confident and get back connected to the community. Okay.
All right.
All right. Make sure you write those things down because I'm gonna ask you again before the call next week to see what you have.
Okay.
All right, Renata, go for it. What you got? What's the person's name?
Oh, so the person's name is Louise. I named her
Louise?
Louise. Thelma and Louise.
Louise. All right. What's his
Louise.
role in life? Where he at right now in life? What's his situation?
I said Louise, not Louis.
Oh,
So,
Louise. Okay.
okay, so Louise, like Kofi said, it's a grandmother, a great grandmother. That's the role, grandmother, great grandmother. The core struggle in life is her living situation. I guess I don't know if that would be the right, can I use that as a core struggle?
Dig a little bit deeper into it. You
Core
want to
struggle
expand as
like,
much as you can. So go ahead.
trying, um, you know, day-to-day life, trying to survive. She got her grandkids. She's actually got her grandkids living with her, so she has custody of them. This is just, she has
Hmm.
custody of her grandkids because, the kids' parents are, they done gone away, done, whatever, locked up. I'm just, this is not a true story, but I'm just making this up just so you know. But in real life, this does happen. So just so you know.
You make it up. Yeah, make it up. It could be parts of the
But
real story. So go ahead.
right. So, she's living situation. She's got her grandkids. She's custody of her grandkids. Her house apartment is not up to par. The kids are acting up in school. No food in the house. And everything stuff like that's going on in life, like life general. And so it's a terrible.
Hmm.
She's in a terrible situation. Okay. So
Yeah.
that's my core stroke. And what she wants most, what she wants most, like, and what you mentioned before with Kofi is like having her family back together, like it was
Hmm.
before, you know, having her family back together like it was before everything got array,
Hmm.
got all crazy and stuff. you know, and so, you know, she's not um she's not looking her best, she's
Right.
trying to keep up with things and stuff like that. And so that is, and then what I have done, I'm just saying, what I have done to come in and, what my brand has made her, and said to her, hey, you're in a situation right now, and I know you don't feel like yourself, but let's get you all dressed up, make you feel good, make you feel important. Even though the person is important, let's put on some little earrings or,
Hmm.
bracelet, necklace and stuff. Let's feel a little confidence. So
Yeah.
the brand has gave her some confidence, make her looking good and gave her some confidence. It helped her give her some confidence saying, hey, just like I can put this on every day, be around the grandkids and go out into the world and keep on going.
Okay. So what? So your brain helps them feel what? You said
Confidence,
confident.
confidence,
Yes.
confidence.
Say,
Yeah,
say a few other
make
values.
her feel and look good. That she's important, more important, than people. I mean, her family don't think she is important. How
Hmm.
make her put a smile on her face.
Right.
Give her some energy.
Yes.
Giving her
That's what
some
you.
energy, giving her some energy in herself. Because
So your
like
product
I look at this
next to.
like
Go ahead. Keep going.
I look at this like I work at the transformation center, and I used to work at the transformation center, and I used to take some of my products down there, and I haven't been in a while because it's been crazy. And then I just give things away. I would just go down there and say, hey, this is this. Pick you out something, pick you out pick you out a necklace, pick you out an earring, pick you out a ring, and they were like, oh, thank you, I can wear this to a job interview. I can just wear this, I want to say go to Walmart, but just going out and somebody say, but I could say somebody would say, oh, you know what, this looks nice. Where did you get it from? And they could say, thank you. It looks beautiful. They could say it looks beautiful on you. So I look at that, that's where the brand comes into me because it makes that person feel good, gives them more energy in themselves, even though a little energy, even though they feel like they tired, they're still in the core struggle, they tired and wore out, it's like I can't move another muscle.
Got it.
So
I love that.
that's how I see that. That was my avatar one. So
Okay, we'll do that. We'll come back around if we have more time, which we should. Anybody else want to go? I want to hear what you have. Candace, I know you've been on. You probably had some time to think about it at this point. You want to go?
I just started thinking about it. I was finished working. So now I'm reading over. This is based off the avatar to create based off of who's my audience. Is that
Yep.
correct?
Yeah.
All right. So I was looking at it. So of course we're given a name. Um,
And I can come back to you. I didn't know if you had. I thought you
yeah,
had. Yeah, I can come back.
come back to me, please.
All right. Yeah,
Thank you.
yeah, yeah.
All right.
Anybody else that may have taken this? Who asked for the screen share? I think
That was me.
that was you. Yeah, Daquan. Yeah, what you got?
Yeah, I can share. Uh so I did one student facing, one parent facing. I'm gonna do the parent facing.
Mhm.
Um so mom's name is Monique. She's a single black mother of two. She works full time and she is navigating her child's senior year. Um Her core struggle, obviously she's invested in her child's success, but is busy with work and managing mom responsibilities, and doesn't know exactly how to help guide her child through the process. Um,
All right.
and she's tried programs before with mixed results, so she doesn't really trust that anybody can help. So,
Right.
um, what she wants the most, um, she just wants to know that her child is getting the support because she can't provide it even though she wants to. She wants to know that someone is there to support her child and support her through this
Right.
process. And she doesn't want it to cost an arm and a leg.
Right. Right.
Um, And then how my brand helps, uh, it 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 it, it kind of takes the pressure off of her.
There you go.
I got you.
There you go.
We got you. Let us handle it. We see you. We are a partnership. We are a tandem. We will pick up the slack. Um, we are culturally based. You know what I'm saying? So this is a black woman. I'm a black tutor. And this is a black program. It's for black kids. So we are culturally affirming. Um, we are all about motivation from the child. We want to see the child and their talents and pull that potential out of the child as opposed to just giving them worksheets. We're more focused on the overall growth of the child as opposed to a test score. And so that's how we help.
That's good. You see how deep you went had to go to once you understood their core struggle and what they wanted most, you had to
Mhm.
connect your brand to not just surface level. You had to go a little bit deeper. You see
Yeah.
what you did? Because you were going to say something that sounded what you always would say typically, oh, what does your business do? You might say your help statement. I help, students and families do blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
But you said so I heard your brain about to go one way, but you actually went deeper. You say, I got you. I'm
Yeah.
gonna alleviate the pressure of you getting your child to the place where you may have felt like you dropped the ball.
Right.
Like culturally affirm. You see what I'm saying? So let's say if you start off like that, Daquan, every time. Now the thing is you went through a previous program with me already to where you got a little bit more meat and potatoes than maybe some of the people on this call because we kind of really exhausted this, right? As
Mhm.
much as we could, but you can take it further. But I'm glad that you decided this to lead with the deeper reason why your brand can help them because people don't go to businesses just to get a quick, they may have ended with that to get something fixed or something solved. But the driver behind the problem that they came to you to get their business, came to your services to get your services. If we pull back the layers of the driver, not the reason, like the reason why they're there. Hey, I'm here to help my kid to become better, more proficient with the SAT, better scores, blah, blah, blah. But the driver behind that decision to pay you, that's where the money conversation starts. Is
Mhm.
this worth it? Is my son or my daughter is going to benefit from this program because I want the best for them. It is
Mhm.
the conversation, Daquan, that mother or father or that couple is having with themselves internally or in each other's bedroom secretly that you don't necessarily know about. They just came to you, whether it was at a seminar or the event or at the school program. But the conversations that led up to that, if you can tap into that empathetically at all times, they call it deep empathy, right? If you can have deep empathy, that means in every conversation, you will always lead with that versus the surface level reason why you build your brand. And
Mhm.
that's why most people don't monetize, not because they can't monetize, it's because they don't understand the deeper level of what is the driver behind the decision. Does that make sense, Daquan? And
Absolutely.
we already kind of talked about this. So you have more context around this because we really exhausted this in our last program when you and I was working together. I love that. I love that.
So, Bruce, can I
I
add a
do
little
want to
bit to
hit
that?
the second avatar, but huh?
Can I add a little bit to what Daquan was doing?
You can if you want to.
Like, if you want to add a caveat for to bring a person in of
Go
Mhm.
what
for
I'm
it.
seeing in the school system, which I'm there, uh, you will provide less distractions
Okay.
because most people feel like our kids, black and brown, whoever, are
Mhm.
not getting what they need to get as far as lessons are concerned because there's too many distractions. Like
Mhm.
they're concentrating on, oh, wait a minute, who got in a fight? Oh, wait a minute, so and so talked about so and so. Wait a minute, do we have homework to do? I don't even know what that is. I don't even know what I'm doing because they're
Mhm.
so
Mhm.
busy paying attention to what everybody else is doing. But if you're providing a service to where you're going to take my daughter, you're going to take my son, I'm going to sign them up for you because you're going to elevate them higher than where they are because you're going to provide less distractions. And that right there in itself is, if you put that in a little nutshell, that's a winner. That's a win-win.
Mhm. Thank you
Mhm.
for that.
That was
You're
good.
welcome.
Thank you. Thank you, Carl. Thank you, Carl. Carl, I feel like I do we know each other? I'm trying to remember. I know we on online with each other. I can't really see
Okay.
you that well.
I know I'm on my phone, so that's
That's
why,
okay.
because I didn't have the link on my computer, so I pulled it up
Are,
on my phone.
are you Carol Cunningham?
There you go.
Okay. That's what I thought. I said, I know you. Okay.
So
Okay, yeah,
AMS,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
old
I couldn't
AMS,
really see it. I couldn't really see
new
it. I
AMS.
know. I just couldn't tell. I was like, I know Carl. I just couldn't see you that well because I'm sharing my screen and the screen really
Yeah.
small. Okay, yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Awesome.
Yeah.
So while we got you, Carl, you want to share? I know you might be in ideation phase, like trying to figure it out. But what you've been toying around with? Daquan, thank you for sharing. That was really, really big of you. Thank you
Thank you.
Well,
for doing that. And
okay.
big shout out
Just
to
coming
Daquan.
in.
What's your business again?
Savant Academy.
Hold on one second. Go ahead, Daquan.
It's what?
Savant
So,
Academy. Yeah.
Oh, for
Where
like
you at?
special needs kids or something? Or just
no,
any kid?
ain't for any kids. I do SAT prep, college test prep, and college coaching.
Where's
Oh,
it located at?
okay.
I'm virtual, so
Oh,
online.
okay.
Yeah,
Oh, see, wow.
you got to do it.
That's that's a hard thing because, like, okay, I've tried that with a couple of folks. You might be a genius at it, but
It's not for
from
everybody.
experience with online kids, they like to have the microphone off and the camera off. So I don't know. I just feel like that's a disadvantage because you
Yeah,
can't really see what they're doing if they're actually, if they're like, yeah, I'm listening. Yeah, I'm listening, but the camera's off and they're like, shoot. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, Daquan do a really good job at what he does. He really
well, that's
good,
good. That's
and
good.
it's also where he's located at too.
Right,
Yeah,
right,
he's
right.
been
That's a
doing
good
pretty
thing.
good. So that's
Yeah,
yeah, Savant. Yeah, he has a really dope program.
that's
So
good. That's
while I'm still
good.
honoring everybody's time, Carl, tell me what you've been playing around with. Yeah,
So
for
I
as far
heard
as an
you.
ideas, tell me what you've been playing around with.
Okay. So I am trying to be a cheerleader for my son and their event. They he and his partner own Urban Combat Wrestling. And so it's entertainment wrestling like, like WWE, WWF, all these other different entertainment wrestling type things. So my concern is trying to figure out, I don't know how to support him and the other co-owner to increase marketing for their entertainment wrestling, as well as making a little more money uh, so that they can have a little profit after the venue is over with or the event is over with. So, like after you've paid for the
Hmm.
space, pay the wrestlers, and the then they have to get paid the royalties, whatever they have to pay for the space, and then they can actually get paid afterwards, even though you split whatever they make on the door. The business takes
Right.
their whatever the cut is. I have no idea what that is. I don't want to know what that is. I just want to figure out another way for them to say, hey, well, we had 500 people in the building. We made $2,000 or whatever. I don't know, and we paid out the wrestlers and we only ended up with $200 to pay ourselves. Like, to me, that's like, golly, then why are you doing it? Like, you spending 3 hours. at a venue, you putting on an entertainment wrestling, you got people that's all involved, they are suckered in, they love all the characters, hook, line, and sinker. But at the end of the night, once they have paid the wrestlers for their performance and
Yep.
whatnot, they need to have a little something, something to take home too. And having to
Right.
pay for the
So
U-Haul,
this is what you,
transportation, and just stuffing everything back. So I don't know. I was trying to figure out another
I
way
got it.
to, yeah.
I'm about to tell you. I'm about to tell you
Okay.
exactly what you're supposed to do. So let's look at some of the models that do the same thing. All right, let's look at WWE, right? I kind of follow
Mhm.
that. I studied their business, right? Very interesting what happened to WWE, WWF in the past 6 years. They on the come up, right? They partnered with Netflix. They're on Netflix now. But for a while, WWE was a dying entertainment, right?
Yeah.
But what did they do to generate multi-billions of dollars in these past 5 or 6 years? They got one, they got new characters, but the art is what people want, right? The art is everlasting. People always like fighting, and that's why UFC is powerful. Wrestling is dope, right? It was never the art of wrestling. It was the infrastructure that surrounded it. It was archaic and old. The wrestlers were dying out and all these things. But I've recently watched a wrestling match. I don't watch much of it, but anytime I watch something, I'm studying the business behind it. And I noticed my last engagement with wrestling was on the TV or whatever it used to come on. I can't remember where it used to come on. It was on a sitcom like TNT or, ABC, somewhere it used to be on that. But when they partnered with Netflix, the first thing that changed was technological experience. Went through streaming, right? They partnered. I'm about to give you a 5 point strategy. They partner with streaming. Now, that's Netflix. People spend more money or just about the same money online than they do in person. What if y'all had virtual seats with
Oh,
cameras that's in your face, like up in there, right?
oh, right.
Like you not
Oh,
just because the thing is this, people come to the events because they want the full-blown experience. And it sounds
right.
like he's actually doing a pretty good job. He just hasn't understand how to monetize off the entire experience. Now, there is a thing about money and wealth. It's very interesting that it's invisible first before it becomes visible, and it's hard to see what parts of an experience you can make money off of. But there's so many possibilities. So the first thing they probably need to add is an in-your-face
Hmm.
experience where the virtual audience that comes in, they're not just going to see it from a bird's eye view. They're going to have cameras or some type of, even if it's low budgeted, somebody that's streaming with a YouTube camera in the face of the artist, the wrestler, right? They're hearing them conversations in the corner. They hear the people scream in the back, right? You might have a GoPro on the referee's head to see the whole thing. You know what I'm saying? And you can stream that. So let's
Okay.
I'm comparing to Netflix. So
Okay.
streaming in your face interactive. The reason why people like the streaming, like I tell you this, I love football, right? For the most part, I like watching football. I like watching it more on TV than I do in person. I went to my first ever NFL entertainment football game. It was so many stops, start and stops, that I was like, why are they stopping so much? They paying more attention to the streaming and the television feel to it than they actually are paying attention in the game. And I said, this jank whack. I'll never go to an NFL game again. And I was like, why do I like NFL more on TV than I do in person? It's because the interaction on the screen, I'm switching to seeing the player. I'm hearing the coach speak on the next screen. I'm seeing the man run down the hall. But why they doing that starting and stopping? I'm watching I'm watching the engagement in the locker room. I can see the coach cussing out one of the players. You see what I'm saying? So
I
I
see.
have
Yeah.
more experience on streaming than I do in person. The other thing is this. Most people think money just comes off of the door. The door
Right.
is just the entry to cover the cost of the event. You should never look at
Right.
the door for the to profit. He should have merchandise wrapped around that whole event.
Well,
T-shirts,
they try. They
hats.
do. Yeah, they have but it's like the individual wrestler has their stuff. You know, if I'm the
No,
Punisher,
no, that's
and
not
there's
what.
all the Punisher, and there's the you know,
No, that's
just
not. You can do it. You can do. This is how
whatever
you
the
should do it.
individuals are, they have their own stuff because they all come
But
from
they're
different
not gonna make
places.
any money doing that. So this is how you make money off of that. You can do revenue share. The wrestler is not bringing the people in necessarily. Yes, he may bring some of his following, but the visionary is bringing a collective following in, and he should be monetizing off of every person. If I were doing
Oh,
this event,
yes.
if I were doing this event, what I would do is have my merchandise wrapped around the whole event. There is no compete. There's a non-competition clause or something in place where I'm gonna pay you from the door. You're gonna get your two, three, $400, right? But and if you sell anything here, there's a revenue share. You give me 30% of all sales because this is not only your audience, this is my idea with me marketing, me bringing it around. I'm paying you, and you gonna make money off merchandise, and I don't get any of it. Yeah, that's not good business. I would do a
Okay.
30% revenue share on all merchandise. I will have
Okay.
my own merchandise that has a highlighted kiosk somewhere where it is the most noticeable place to get shirts and merch and food,
Hmm. Okay.
right?
Okay.
Because
Okay.
you already paying the wrestler. Let them get some of that revenue share, cool. But you also get 30% of whatever they make. You have a highlighted kiosk somewhere where it is obvious this is the place you buy your ticket and you also get your shirt because it's my event. I'm bringing you into my ecosystem to you be noticed. Yes, they have personalities. People love personalities, but the visionary always should make the most because they put their time, energy, attention, and hours beyond your wrestling. So I will always ensure that I get paid the most, not
Hmm.
because one is business, but two, I'm bringing you into a collective experience. I curated with your personality, but it's not just you; it's multiple people. The next thing that I will offer, or that I will do, is sell tickets to the next event at that same event,
Oh yeah.
right?
Well, they sell at the door, so and they do sell online. Like you can
No, I'm talking
pre.
about right then and there. They people buying the tickets like in a
Yeah.
bundle package,
Oh.
right?
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not talking about selling for that one event. I'm talking about why you have the attention of people, sell the next show at the event that they're at. And they get 15,
Okay.
20% off by
Okay.
doing it right then and there. You see what I'm saying? So you just,
Hmm.
let's say 100 people bought tickets, $2,000 right then and there, right?
Okay.
But let's say if they say, hey, since you're here, you get 20%. You just increase the price of the ticket a little bit more. Let's say the ticket
Okay.
let's say the ticket $40. You just increase it 10 more dollars and say, or whatever you do, you can even decrease it
Right.
20% and say by you
Mhm.
being here, you get 15% off of the next show. Y'all want to see him? People will be like, oh yeah, I want to see him at the next show. You get your tickets at the checkout or where you came in at. Go get
Okay.
your next ticket right now during intermission.
Okay.
People buying the
So
tickets, you're telling people what to do. You should leave that event with $6,000 to $8,000 that that night. That should be an eight
that
thousand
night.
dollar event
Okay. Okay.
that night. Because you're taking one per what happening is you're just taking one portion of your people are coming through the door, make it buying only one time for the ticket, but they are not being flipped around through other experiences. Yes, they may buy merchandise from the wrestler, but you need to be getting 30% off of that, right?
Right.
Because you because you're bringing the business to them, right?
Right.
Also, you should already be selling the next show at the same show, right? And so if there was $2,000 in that room, and let's say everybody bought, you get another, let's say 1,800 $1,800 off of them being right then and there to get the ticket to the next show next month. So you already cash positive.
Okay.
Then
Okay.
you have your highlighted kiosk of you have the your table is the most noticeable. You are bringing people. You should have all type of stuff, right? Sell that,
Yes.
right? And those are
Oh,
just 3 or 4 ways. I could keep going on and on. And you
that's
could
all
get
right. That's a good start. Yeah.
they could get sponsorships and sponsorship.
Yeah. We're working on that.
Now it's flipped to $10,000. I'm saying that's a $10,000 night.
Okay. Okay.
And you work with people that's in alignment with wrestling, entertainment, athletic, like right. You have time for them to speak on the stage or whatever during intermission. You do all type of stuff. All
Okay.
right,
Okay.
I'll give you
Appreciate
that.
that. All
Oh yeah,
right. I appreciate that.
all right. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Who else would like to go? What about you, Miss Anita? Anita, and I can't help it. Anita, you got anything? She's probably busy. Mac, what it do?
What's going on? How you doing?
Yeah, I know you just taking it in, but did you have anything you wanted to share?
No, like you said, I'm just taking it in, listening to everybody.
Yeah. Mac, y'all, is somebody I met at Ignite. Mac is in college. What college you go to right now, Mac?
I graduated from Ferrum College.
Oh, you graduated now. Oh yeah, I
Yeah,
think last time you graduated. Congratulations on that.
I appreciate
Yeah,
it.
so Mac, we have students, past students. I met him at an Ignite retreat where we worked with a whole bunch of social entrepreneurs, aspiring social entrepreneurs, in college or just graduated. Did you just graduate in the time that I've known you?
Yes, I
Oh
graduated in
snap!
May.
Dang. I was like, wait, we just met in March.
Yeah, yeah.
But I was like, yeah, what you graduate with?
Business administration.
Oh, there we go. That's always a good one. You can do a whole lot with that.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, y'all, if you come with your avatar, understand what they need and what they want, you will always win. Okay. Any questions that anybody had about anything I said or anything they wanted to add? Okay. That's good. Okay. So look, we here back here next week, the same time. I appreciate all y'all for diving in on this call with me. Kofi, you got your work for next week. Let's Listen, if y'all want to do any deeper program with me, you're gonna get a text tomorrow to where you can do a one-on-one call with me. It's a 40-minute strategy session where I can dive a little bit deeper in what you're offering and I can see how I can help you with the 6 week, whether it's group coaching or you do the one-on-one. I can take a little bit deeper dive in, but you will receive a text message from me. Is anybody interested in that free 40-minute session, free 40-minute session call to audit or scan what they need to see how I can best help you? Put a one in the group chat, that's you. So I know what to be expecting you to book a free call. Okay. Carl, Carl. Okay, awesome. So yeah, you'll get a text tomorrow, Carol. Anybody else who gets that, you can get that text tomorrow. Just click on the one-on-one. Okay, it's totally free. And we can really map out what your issue is, and I can really help you dive in to see if there's synergy in working together. You know what I'm saying? Even if you don't right then and there, I would love for you to. But if you don't, right, you'll leave with something very positive and powerful. So you'll get that link tomorrow. Literally, you'll get it tomorrow. Okay. All right. So Renata, you'll get that call. You'll get that link text to you. Once you get that text, it's gonna tell you to book that call. I think y'all get it every week. Kofi, don't you get that link, that text tomorrow, like
Yeah, I
sometime in the
do.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah, I
yeah.
get it.
Yeah. So y'all all would get it since if you put your phone number in, y'all all would get it tomorrow. Okay.
Okay.
Any thoughts? Carol, did that help you out? What I shared with you?
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
I'm sorry.
Yes.
I gotta drop off. I got another Zoom meeting to head to.
Okay.
Okay. Bye.
Yeah, go ahead. That's awesome, Carol. Yeah, let me know. I'll see you. Just book a call, Renata. Yeah, Carol, just let me know. We can work out, see how that looks for you and get that rolling. Okay.
Okay. Thank you so much.
All right,
Okay.
Daquan, bro, you already know I'm here for you, bro. Just reach out. You know what I'm saying? We rocking. Awesome. Well, much love, y'all. Kofi, do the homework. We're getting it rolling.
I sure will. Thank you.
All right, y'all.